Yes.
You street rapper.
Yes. I said this multiple times on Twitter that Troy Ave has been telling everybody in his music, the streets, social media, the streets is a myth. It's a fucking myth. And now it's proven.
Are on not necessarily it's like a got you moment, but you guys are on the wrong side of history. You guys blackball people, talked down on people, jumped in people's business. Y'all had nothing to do with. Only for
Yes.
years later, when the mirror was held up in front of y'all, and y'all had to call maybe one of y'all best friends or somebody who was really powerful in the street scene, which is I guess Young Thug. When you had to keep the same energy with them, now y'all realize the same things that y'all talked badly about for years. So what does that mean? Like, yeah, y'all do owe these niggas an apology.
Contradict.
Y'all ridiculed, but you know what I noticed, and this is my page, so like I'm on it. Everything I posted, Kodak Black liked every single post, every single one of them. Every single nigga who called out the people saying fuck the streets, I seen, because I follow Kodak, you follow me? It would light up. Kodak likes his post. Every one of them. You know why? Kodak is realizing how fake the game is. Everybody looked down and talked down on when he did a song with
Absolutely.
6ix9ine for $1 million. They said that's not street. The street wasn't dead then. The streets was well alive. And it was frowned upon that even for $1 million, you could do a song with a rat. The streets wasn't dead then. They all looked at him. He got into it with Boosie over it. A lot of people are like, yo, this is crazy. Yo, this is wild. Only for a couple years later, people are saying, well, fuck the streets now. Okay, gonna come back you could come back cool, and we're just gonna ignore whatever with Thug. And he's sitting around looking like, don't nobody see that this is hypocritical? Isn't Kodak owed an apology too? For anybody who criticized him? Now, Boosie did criticize him. Boosie isn't backing down. Boosie's not backing down, people. Boosie ain't backing down. Listen what Boosie said.
Come on now, dog.
And I gotta be honest with you. Boosie low-key becomes the voice of reason in many situations, but he typed this up. He said, yo, if rappers go say fuck the streets, y'all need to stop rapping about them. Stop double dipping. Rap about fruits, college courses, and staying out the streets. If you from the streets shaped you to be the man you are today. Your mindset, your hustle, your intuition, etc. It comes from the street. By the way, keep in mind, Boosie's about to be sentenced for fucking with the streets, essentially. If you don't know the story, Boosie goes, he's in L.A., some hood rapper hits him up like, yo, Boosie, I got like 20 bands if you come pull up at this video and just do this song for me or whatever. I forgot how much money it was, but maybe like 20, 30, whatever. Boosie pulls up with a gun in his waistband. One dude is on live that was being tracked by the police. They see that Boosie has a gun in his waistband. They run down on Boosie, lock him up for felon in possession of a firearm. The case got dropped before, it got picked up again. And he subsequently was found, well, actually, I think he took a plea or something of the sort. But yeah, he's going to be sentenced in January for literally fucking with the streets. But even he is saying what he's saying, and he's like, yo, the street shapes you to be the man you are today. Your mindset, hustle, intuition comes from the street. Your support comes from the street. Now I got to pause it right there.
Welcome to the live, man.
Boosie is one of the only rappers I know. You know, people look at Boosie got some money, man. But Boosie's not broke. He's a hustler. This is how he even got caught up. But Boosie is one of the people who never been that successful where like he's like this huge mainstream artist. Boosie tours hood clubs. He goes to the hood. Like I've heard Boosie speak about, you know, why he continues to speak about, you know, certain type of situations where they're snitching this and third. And he said, yo, when he goes out, his primary audience are street people.
Yeah.
People who are from the hood. And they look at him as their voice. So that's why he says he continues to speak out, right? So he's saying, yo, that's what made him successful. He's like, yo, yeah, I want every kid to make it out the streets. That's all we want. But I'm never saying fuck the streets. They're responsible for our success. Don't forget, every successful independent record label started from where? The streets. All your music came from the streets. Your baby mama, you met her in the streets.
Ooh,
so if it's fuck the streets, don't rap about them. Simple. It's that. Show the world and the fans how good of an artist you are, because y'all take the streets all the way out, and take streets out all the way out of your rap vocabulary. I want to hear it. Now, obviously, he's looking at this very differently. He's thinking like fuck the streets means fuck the people who are in the streets.
Right.
But it's kind of hard to decipher what's actually meant. And even then, I still think Boosie's like,
if you think
nah,
that's what it means,
I don't think he would say fuck the streets under any condition. So, I don't know. A couple of the people chimed in. They were very interested, or, you know, they felt a certain way, especially Blueface. Blueface just came out of jail, and I feel like he just must have think he just got jumped in the gang again, because he's been more tough now than I've ever seen him before. He says, next time, say fuck yo street. I'm not shaking none of y'all niggas' hands backstage no more. I never thought I'd see the day saying fuck the streets for a 21 Savage feature. Nigga, fuck the industry. Okay?
Ooh, damn, he came hard on that one.
Fabio Foreign jumped in and he said, yo, not gonna lie, this the one time 6ix9ine goofy ass was right. The streets kept me moving and keep me in minds good. And guess what? I better not see not one nigga from the streets support nobody that say fuck the streets. I don't care who you are. Nobody gets a pass in my eyes. The streets is the reason why a lot of niggas is in these big positions. I ain't never gonna turn my back on my biggest support system. How about niggas help change the streets or save the streets? Then he says, nah, I ain't gonna let y'all niggas just say fuck the streets. Yeah, Honeycomb Brazy made one of the same points I just said. He said, and a nigga, no, y'all got all the money in the world and power, but I'm from Alabama. We just don't give a fuck. I bet you don't hear no more Alabama rappers say fuck the streets. I bet my last dollar. I remember everybody was on Kodak and bro made $1 million. Shit, I respect what he doing compared to what you niggas doing. And fuck the sidewalks. Damn. Oh. This is kind of interesting because I feel like he's almost saying Kodak made $1 million to do a song with 6ix9ine, who's a cooperator, I guess. Wait. They're saying,
wait, I remember everybody was on Kodak and bro made $1 million. Shit, I respect what he did compared to what you niggas is doing. And F the sidewalk. Good.
Y'all want to say F the streets just so y'all could keep y'all affiliation a thug. Hilarious. Yak Gotti jumped in. This is what he said. By the way, why do you look like you working at Amazon? For a second, I was like, is this Amazon Prime? I'm like, damn.
Everybody stay woke. Everybody stay woke. Everybody stay woke. This is totally normal. It's just what happens when you grow up. You you understand a lot of this shit wasn't worth it. But you also got to understand you had to go through a lot of this shit to get where you at. You understand? I'm a person who's been through a lot of shit. So I am going to say, like, you can't just say fuck the street. You got to say fuck the street mentality. Fuck the street mindset. And then when you say fuck the street mindset, it's more so like shit. It bigger than a tweet and a poster. Niggas having so much influence. Y'all niggas need to go holler at these kids. Go holler at these motherfucking YMCAs and recreation centers and shit. Like, you got to go start with them.
Story.
The industry don't give a fuck.
Now I agree with the end part of that. And obviously, any change does start with words at first. Hey, we're going to go do this before we see the change. I will say, though, that some people are doing some stuff, like Meek is doing prison reform. And I think you got to give people a chance to start implementing change. The last thing he said I agree with the most is that the industry doesn't give a fuck. The reason why you usually see people at the end of their run start saying fuck the street and saying stuff like this is that they know that the game is going to replace them. Like the music industry complex is just always gonna help glorify some of the, you could call it rawest or most authentic representations of the hood, or you might be like some of the most violent representation. Well, however you want to look at it. But if these rappers are claiming, all right, you know what, we're too good, or we want to create change, there's always going to be street music from people. You'll stop the violence. And
You know what I'm saying? I'm personally been through a lot of shit. So
I feel like it's a beautiful message to put out. You know what I mean? I feel like the unity of the city is needed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The people need to see that like sometimes things might not go as good at first, but we can always patch it up. And I just, you know what I mean?
My biggest thing with that is that when I first
you also got
streaming now
Offset jumps in.
on all social medias, F the streets. Now, my biggest thing with that is that when I first came to Atlanta, I knew Atlanta was just about being players and getting money and just the love, and we kind of got out of hand, and now we're going in the right direction. How do you feel about that, even that slogan, F the streets, and what does that mean to you?
I feel like it's a beautiful message to put out. You know what I mean? I feel like the unity of the city is needed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The people need to see that like sometimes things might not go as good at first, but we can always patch it up. And that's what I just see for it. Like,
right.
Patching it up and like, especially for us as rap artists from Atlanta, you know what I mean? Black men saying that is very powerful because the message could be pushed out wrong to work for what we do, and we ain't standing for that no more. I appreciate everybody that's involved with that. That's powerful. You know what I mean?
For sure.
For our city.
Yo, dirt.
Okay. Let me see what else. Look like Schmirk's, wife kind of like inadvertently or subliminally responded. Maybe it was to something else, but she said performative. We went over Boosie, and yeah.
The street shit cool, but that's the first thing they say, man, when them niggas finna go to jail. When them niggas get ready to tell on somebody, the first thing they say, man, I gotta get to my kids, man, fuck the streets. Man, I got to fuck the streets. But when your motherfucking ass was getting money out the streets, when you was in the car with them niggas, it wasn't fuck the streets. You know what I'm saying? When you was trying to do what you had to do to get by to put your money in your rap or your this, that, and other, you wasn't saying fuck the streets. You know what I'm saying? You was saying blah, 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 slide, this, that, you listening to everybody named Mama, Young Boy, Pooh Shiesty, all these, you ready to kill everything, but when your bitch ass catch a case, cause this shit get real, all of a sudden it's, man, fuck the street. See, that's that peon shit. You niggas done made $1 million out the streets. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? $2-3 million out the streets selling dope or selling music or selling Then all of a sudden when you get in trouble or it's beneficial to you, it's fuck the streets. Nah, I don't support that, man. Because I know I can get money out this bitch if all go wrong. Then fuck the streets.
Damn. Jazzy Faye jumped in the comments.
It's real though, bro.
You got to get to a certain level to even understand the concept of what the movement's about. It's breaking cycles. It was just poorly worded and needs more explanation for the people in the back. The message can't. If you're crafting a message for street niggas and for people that might not be that bright, if they can't understand it, who gives a fuck if someone who's not?
Fuck road time. All this shit. Bitch, I love the streets. Ain't no motherfucking fuck the streets, just fuck the snitches. Fuck road time. All you police ass niggas don't.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. I think we've kind of covered everything. But did we read? Okay. So G Herb also said this, right? He said, the objective is to make it home every night. The goal is to take care of your family, not become a sad story. Avoid life in jail or even a worse death. I never glorified my life circumstances, but more so I shed light on the problems I had to face, and a lot of us still face on a day-to-day basis. Took a lot to get here, so with no need to say more, let me make it clear. Big Swerve, Lil Herb, Big G Herbo, still and always will love the streets because we all we got. You see, G Herbo, I'm going to be honest with you. This was crazy. G Herbo just did a 180 flip in real time. Why? His audience, this is the biggest year for G Herbo. I feel like he's more on a mainstream level. He's always been dope, and he's always like sold some records. But like he's one of them artists that he's kind of like Boosie in a sense, like a modern day Boosie, in the sense of the people who fuck with G Herbo the most, been street niggas. So him even saying that is like a slap in the face, especially when they don't understand like this other meaning of, oh, this is the trauma. We're not actually saying really fuck people in the streets. So he just kind of flipped what he said around. You know, he's just saying he loves the streets. No, I thought he said fuck the streets. Can't say love it and fuck him. But you could tell his own fans probably was like, yo, bro, I'm disappointed with you. So really he's coming to clear it up, and he's like giving some context to it. Yes, D-Herbo's made songs and albums, PTSD. He's talked about his life and the ramifications that has came from the streets. Now, I'm going to keep telling y'all, I do think it is a good thing to tell rappers to try to have a more positive message, especially when they've made it, and kind of encourage people not to crash out. I do think that's dope. However, if you're going to say it on Twitter in a movement, your music should start to see and reflect the change. But then beyond that, I keep going back to the one question. The timing is a little bit eerie. Okay, cool. F the streets or you love the streets, whatever you say. What do you think about what Thug did?
Man, you just can't say fuck the streets. The shit got to be in your actions. Just get out the streets. Just get out the goddamn streets. You ain't got to say fuck them. But, you know.
You're in the mix with MBM Sessions.